Good afternoon, all. Thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome to this month's free webinar hosted by Wisconsin Cheesemakers Association, focused on making the most of your WCMA membership. I'm Grace Atherton, WCMA's Communications Director, and I'm so glad to have you all with us today. First, let's go over a couple of housekeeping notes. Please make sure that your mic is muted and your video is off to avoid interruptions during our webinar today. You can submit questions at any time in the chat during our session, and we'll do our best to address them all during our Q&A at the end. And a recording of this webinar, along with a list of resources and helpful contact information, will be shared by the end of this week. So please watch for that coming tomorrow in your email inbox. With that, let's take a quick look at our agenda first. We'll start with a brief primer on WCMA itself as an organization before we take a look at the member businesses we serve. Then we'll turn to our events team to share details on our industry favorite signature gatherings. Following that, we'll dive into an overview of the programs and services WCMA offers and the many ways you can get involved before we move into Q&A at the end. So with that, it's my pleasure to introduce our Executive Director, John Umhafer. John, take it away.
Hi, everyone, and thank you, Grace. Welcome. I'm John Umhafer, and I am, Executive Director of Wisconsin Cheesemakers Association. Being a member of WCMA offers you many valuable tools that are designed to help you grow your business. And we know you're busy, and some of you are new to the association that are joining us today, so we feel it's important to take some time to offer you a concise overview of everything that is available through your membership here at WCMA. Our services are growing all the time, and our association is growing too. So we're going to just take a very quick look back, the quickest history ever. More than 130 years ago, Wisconsin Cheesemakers Association formed as a way for cheesemakers in Wisconsin, and at that time mostly German and Swiss immigrants, to set a standard for quality and safety in the industry. And moving up to today, our members are still raising the bar when it comes to their products, and we're proud to support them. The WCMA of 2024 has become so much more. We're now serving as a strong policy advocate. We're a networking hub. We're a trusted source of education and information for our members, and so much more. So for a snapshot of all that, we do have a video that we'd like to show you at this time.
Government feels sometimes big and distant and unwieldy. The people at WCMA are able to make connections and explain things.
It's really important to get involved in the dairy industry. We're all working toward the same goal, so it's a group effort.
WCMA's advocacy work is my favorite part of the organization.
So many of our employees are coming out of production positions themselves and taking them to that next level with a leadership training. They can learn how to discipline, how to coach, and how to be more of a leader within their specific departments.
I have two safety members, and we sent them down for this first basic safety training. They both found it incredibly useful, and they're safety professionals.
As a beginner to the safety industry, it is very important to come to one of these courses.
This industry is a very connected industry. We're very supportive of one another. We do a lot of collaboration.
I think it's really helpful to understand where we're at within the dairy industry and what our peers are doing and work together, because these topics affect all of us.
I'm a good resource, and I know everyone in this group is a great resource for me as well.
Such a great head start and a way to share knowledge.
I've been in cheese processing machinery for a long time, but here it's really amazing.
It's a great show connecting the industry and really helps make the industry stronger.
World competition, U.S. competition, this is quality stuff. terms of marketing for cheese sales, those wins are huge.
This is one of the highlight days of the year, coming out to the Wisconsin Cheesemakers event golf outing, interacting with the team, interacting with customers and vendors. I mean, really, it's just an absolute top-notch event.
It's extremely helpful and beneficial, that Wisconsin Cheesemakers can provide some grant money to make sure we're continuing our tremendous growth story.
I think it is so exciting for our industry. This project's only because of the entire industry getting together.
People gave more than just what they could. I think they gave from the heart. I think they looked at this as legacy. Everybody in the room was a WCMA member. They lobbied, they opened their checkbooks, and in the end, success.
Yeah, so as you can see, it's hard for us to fit all the different offerings we have into just a few minutes. But there's no shortage of opportunities for members to engage with you and the association. And we'd like you to know that these opportunities are guided by a really good board of directors, a group of forward-thinking leaders representing the dairy processors and industry, large and small, throughout the United States. You can see the states represented there. In 2023, the board voted to increase its numbers of regional manufacturer representatives around the country, as well as add a new supplier seat and a new seat for processor marketer members. That means that this year we're pleased to welcome 7 new board members, bringing the total growth of the board up to 27 members from across the United States. So we feel this growth is a testament to our board's vision for a strong, diverse future for dairy processing, and to our members' support for creating opportunities for their growing teams. We are grateful for these folks and the leadership they give us, and their guidance for our small but mighty team here at WCMA. We'll look at our team briefly. I've served as WCMA Executive Director for 32 years, and I'm proud to lead an experienced professional staff. Just to name them off quickly, Rebecca Sweeney leads our programs and policy efforts, with Grace Atherton directing communications and Danica Nilsestuen heading up sustainability and grants. Soon you're going to hear from Sarah Schmidt, who leads all things membership. Judy Keller heads up the WCMA events team, which includes Caitlin Pyrick on CheeseCon, Cheese Expo, and our golf outing and trap shoot. And of course, Kirsten Stromenger, who directs our important championship cheese contests. We're all here to help. We want you to get in touch with any of us at any time. So now that you know who we are, I'm going to turn it over to Sarah Schmidt, who's going to take a closer look at who we serve as an association. Sarah?
Thanks, John, and hey everyone, thanks for joining us today. I am Sarah Schmidt, Membership Director with WCMA, and I'm happy to be talking to you all today. As we mentioned at the start of our program, WCMA has and continues to experience just incredible growth. We're always welcoming new members. In fact, in the last 3 years alone, 31 dairy processors and 319 industry suppliers have joined WCMA. Over those 3 years, that's an increase of 27%. Today, we have a total of 127 dairy manufacturer, processor, and marketer members, and 652 industry supplier members. You'll find all those businesses, including their hundreds of thousands of employees, across 43 US states and 18 countries around the world. As our membership grows, so does our drive to serve you with offerings and support that provide true value to your businesses. And I'm pleased to say we successfully deliver on that value. As you'll see here in our most recent membership satisfaction survey, 83% of respondents said their membership is an excellent or good value, and 94% said that they're highly satisfied or satisfied with their membership. Of all the programs and services we provide, members have noted that our advocacy, networking opportunities, and communications are the ones where they find the most value. Moving forward, members want us to continue our focus on advocacy and networking and keep expanding on our roster of work groups and committees. We're excited for the future because your ideas truly fuel our growth. We expand our programs and services based on your needs and your suggestions, so please reach out to us at any time. Now let's hear from Judy Keller, who will share a quick look at WCMA's signature events. Judy?
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Sarah. I'm Judy Keller, WCMA's Senior Director of Events. Today, I'm pleased to introduce our outstanding events team and share more about WCMA's popular industry gatherings. We'll start with Caitlin Pyrick to give you a preview of one of our largest annual events, CheeseCon. Caitlin, take it away.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Judy. I'm Caitlin Pyrick, Events Director at WCMA. First, I'm pleased to invite you all to CheeseCon, North America's premier gathering for dairy processors. This popular conference is set to return to Madison, Wisconsin, April 15th through the 17th, 2025. Registration will open in October, and all the early event details you need are available now at cheesecon.org. WCMA is thrilled to partner with the Center for Dairy Research to host the cheese industry's must-see event of the year, offering fresh ideas and exciting connection for more than 2,500 members of the global dairy processing community. Whether you're focused on building your network, learning from the brightest minds in the industry, reconnecting with peers, or honoring the achievements of industry greats, you'll find it all at CheeseCon. And be sure to leave room in your schedule to explore our tabletop exhibit floor, set to feature nearly 400 trusted industry suppliers. Here you'll learn about the latest in new technology, equipment, and services. CheeseCon is one of 2 trade shows hosted by WCMA, alternating with Cheese Expo in our even-numbered years. Our last Cheese Expo, held earlier this year, was a great success, thanks to outstanding attendee engagement. Our next Cheese Expo will be held in April 2026 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, so mark your calendars now. CheeseCon is the place to be if you're in the dairy processing industry. Now we'll take a look at a brief video showcasing what you can expect when you join us at CheeseCon 2025.
CheeseCon is incredible. I mean, what an opportunity to be able to meet with so many of our suppliers, connect with other people from cheese companies across the nation. Really just a great time for us to get out there, network, and really plan out our next year.
So many different companies like willing to truly help out the dairy industry, right? Add to the dairy industry. So many like innovative ideas and designs from smaller companies to like multi-billion-dollar companies, like finding ways to really make anew and promote dairy. And that's what we're here for, is promoting dairy, right? So it's beautiful.
My brain is like full because of all the concepts and ideas. We're in our plants, we're working hard, we're trying to make the best cheese we can. And we don't always take the time to read what's next. We come to CheeseCon and that information, that expertise comes right to us. So it's a great experience.
I wish I could clone myself for days like today, because there's so many interesting seminars going on.
That's the great thing about CheeseCon, that everything here is so concentrated. So we've got industry experts, we've got suppliers, we've got vendors, we've got colleagues. We've got everyone right here at arm's length right around us.
Everybody's really excited to network and work together. So this is a great event for that.
It's almost like a kid in a candy store. You can get so much done in one day and actually meet up with individuals. It's not a Zoom meeting, it's not a call, it's not a text. It's actually going and talking to individuals.
Rubbing shoulders with friends and new colleagues and everybody in industry and getting their perspectives on things and just catching up on how everyone's doing.
Everybody just seems so personable. The industry as a whole is so welcoming. It's great for a newcomer.
I think it was the largest show in history.
The size of the show is fantastic for having meaningful, in-depth discussions and conversations and building relationships with folks and companies that we haven't met in the past.
You're always looking for new ideas, new equipment, better ways of doing things. I guess that's what is really important. Done it many times is where, hey, we saw something new. Can we implement that in our business?
The auction is my favorite part of CheeseCon.
The auction has been always a special event. We consider it one of the highlights of our year.
This energy in the room is very high buzz. Everyone's excited to spend money and see the cheese that won the contest and go back and forth and rival against our friends in the industry and see who wins the best cheese.
If you want to buy something, you better get your hand in the air.
That money going to good causes is such an important thing.
What a great fundraiser for the scholarships that are going on.
If you want to meet new people and build your career, CheeseCon is definitely the place to come.
Thanks, Caitlin. What a great event. We can't wait to see you all there in April. Next, we'll hear from Kirsten Strohmanger about WCMA's championship cheese contests. Kirsten, take it away.
Thanks, Judy. And hello, everyone. I am WCMA's contest director, Kirsten Strohmanger. We are well into preparations for the upcoming U.S. Championship Cheese Contest, set for March 4 through 6 in 2025 in Green Bay, Wisconsin. This is the nation's premier cheese contest, hosted by WCMA and held biennially since 1981. We also host and coordinate the World Championship Cheese Contest, held in alternating years to the U.S. contest. We'll be in Madison in March 2026 for the next World Contest. WCMA's championship cheese contests are well known and highly regarded in the industry. Dairy processors from all over enter their cheese, butter, yogurt, dried dairy ingredients, and, new this year, we're adding classes for sour cream and dairy-based dips for expert evaluation and strict competition. Entries are evaluated by a panel of skilled technical judges. Each pair of judges examines, smells, and tastes every entry in their assigned class. Starting from a maximum possible 100 points, deductions are made for various defects found by each judge. Defects are noted in the areas of flavor, body and texture, salt, color, finish, packaging, and other attributes. Gold, silver, and bronze medals are awarded to the 3 highest scoring entries in each class. Then our judges evaluate all gold medal cheeses to determine the U.S. or world champion. We'll have entry information available online in our entry kit mid-October. Dairy manufacturers and processors are welcome to enter beginning November 5th using our unique online entry system, My Entries. My Entries includes online entry, permanent storage of each year's entry data, instant product scores, and ongoing access to your product score sheets. Enter before our early entry deadline on Friday, December 13th for a discounted entry fee of $80. Entries submitted after December 13th cost $95. Our final entry deadline is Friday, January 31st, 2025. You also have the opportunity to support this contest and strengthen meaningful industry connections as a volunteer. Our volunteers are lovingly known as the B Team, and their efforts before and during the contest are essential for us to run a successful event. Please reach out to me if you're interested. We'll open volunteer sign up in December, and shifts do fill up quickly. If you've never seen one of our competitions, we're happy to give you a feel for what to expect with this look back at the last U.S. Championship Cheese Contest held in 2023.
The U.S. Championship Cheese Contest is among the best contests ever. The display of artisanship from the smallest of producers to the amazing cooperatives, it really shows the journey of the milk coming from these farms and the care all through that, because you have to have good milk to make cheese. And then the commitment of the cheesemakers were just so apparent in all of the cheeses, especially on the stage, and that we're here all week. It was incredible.
This is the biggest cheese contest ever. It is 2,249 entries, 35 states, judges from all over the country judging and evaluating to determine the best cheese out of this entire 3 semi-loads of entries.
Who's who are really in the room today from academia and from the companies that provide all the cheese in the country. And normal day we're competitors. Today we're all colleagues and friends. It's an amazing industry and it's an honor to be part of it.
It does take a lot of effort, and it's a great marriage of art and science, cheese making. There's a lot of science that goes into it, but you can't just do it all on paper. And so events like this, that really lets you see where you stack up in the competition. And the feedback that we give to the cheesemakers, a lot of them value that feedback and take that and work and improve.
We are looking for the perfect trifecta. The packaging is perfect, the color is perfect, everything looks nice so that it judges well.
They all have the great flavor. They all have the great presentation. It is a hair difference in between number 1 and number 10.
It's really a labor of love, that's what we like to say, because it is a lot of work.
It's a lot of fun to make cheese, but what's even more fun or even more fulfilling is to see others enjoy the product of our labor. Good food can bring people together.
It's a way that we can showcase, so we can show the customers that, hey, this is a cheese that we produce every day.
Your biggest hopes is to score the highest in each category. You're hoping to win gold.
To win a contest like this, it really drives brand recognition.
It A, gives you bragging rights against your competitors, and then B, it also helps you with your sales.
They'll sell whatever they have in stock of these products. They'll have to make more the following year to be able to meet the demands because of the recognition.
We all strive, we really compete, we want to make the best products. And then when the winner's announced, we celebrate with the winner. That's how the dairy industry is.
Thank you, Kirsten. Finally, also on WCMA's roster of signature events is our popular golf outing and trap shoot, held each summer in central Wisconsin. This year, we welcomed nearly 800 members for networking and fun. With gorgeous weather and the chance to break away from the office or the plant, this event is the perfect opportunity to strengthen relationships with colleagues and to make new connections. Whether you're a seasoned golfer or a first-time shooter, the golf outing and trap shoot offers lots of time to connect during a day filled with laughter and friendly competition. We're grateful to sponsors who added to the fun. Whether playing a game at a tee box or competing for a skill prize on a sponsored hole, attendees had several opportunities for action. At the end of the day, golfers and trap shooters met at the Lake Arrowhead Clubhouse for a delightful social hour, dinner, and prizes. We encourage you to save the date for next summer's outing, taking place July 16th, 2025. Attendees can golf at one of 5 courses in central Wisconsin or take part in trap shooting at the Wisconsin Trap Shoot Association home grounds located in Nakusa. Then we'll close out the day together with a social hour and dinner at the Lake Arrowhead Clubhouse. This event sold out in minutes this year, so plan ahead now and plan to join us next year. We're proud to offer these world-class events for our members. On behalf of our events team, we can't wait to see you in 2024 and beyond. Now, I'll turn it over to Rebecca Sweeney, our Senior Director of Programs and Policy, to showcase the many resources and services available to WCMA members.
Thanks so much, Judy. WCMA proudly offers opportunities for members to engage in industry advocacy, grow their businesses through grants, train and retain their workforce, access key industry information, and expand their networks. Let's focus first on how we're lobbying for a stronger dairy processing industry. Active both in Washington, D.C. and in Wisconsin, your association staff is here to help you understand the legislative and regulatory landscape and to empower you to enact change that will grow your business and create opportunities for others. Special thanks go to the WCMA members taking action via our policy committee. From virtual meetings to plant tours to Capitol visits, these folks are speaking up not only for their own interests, but in the best interest of our industry. At the federal level, WCMA has been a key catalyst in the efforts to update outdated milk pricing formulas in federal milk marketing orders. We've pushed for, and we continue to push for, the passage and full implementation of trade agreements that ensure opportunity for dairy processors and protect common food names. We've lobbied for the advancement of a bipartisan bicameral bill called the Safeguarding American Value-Added Exports, or SAVE Act, to protect American food products from unfair trade practices by foreign countries. We advocate for food labeling accuracy and FDA enforcement of a clear definition for natural cheese, recognizing the important role of immigrants in the dairy supply chain. We also urge Congress to take action to expand opportunities for legal immigration and to allow more of the people working in your plants to become U.S. permanent residents. We are championing your priorities in the Farm Bill, including millions more in grant dollars for industry innovation and modernization via the Dairy Business Innovation Initiatives, permanent adoption of the Dairy Forward Pricing Program, and an increase in funding for the essential services provided by USDA's Agricultural Marketing Service. Here in Wisconsin, WCMA has established its reputation as an organization that builds coalitions, working effectively across party lines. That effort has delivered success, in the form of increased state funding for dairy export endeavors and dairy processor grants, $8 million in annual support for the Dairy Innovation Hub, and a historic $150 million investment in our rural roads, key to agricultural endeavors. We've successfully worked to boost dairy hauling capacity in Wisconsin, an effort that holds myriad benefits for our industry, including the alleviation of a truck driver shortage, increased sustainability through fuel efficiency, increased over-the-road safety, and fair competition with processors in other states that already allow heavier hauls. WCMA's policy committee is getting things done, and I'd encourage any of you with interest to join in an upcoming meeting. This group is open to all of our members, both dairy processors and suppliers. As a result of this committee's work, WCMA is also able to support its members via grants programs. Here to share more on those opportunities is our Director of Sustainability Programs and Grants, Danica Nilsestoen.
Thanks, Rebecca. It's a pleasure to be here to talk with all of you about WCMA's grant opportunities, as well as our newer programs to support your exporting and sustainability efforts. Let's start with financial support. WCMA administers one of 4 USDA-funded dairy business innovation initiatives. Our Midwest region operates the Dairy Business Innovation Alliance in partnership with the Center for Dairy Research and covers 11 states: Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, Nebraska, Ohio, South Dakota, and Wisconsin. DBIA is comprised of 2 grant programs, each offering awards of up to $100,000, and both of which are open for applications right now. Business Builder grants are targeted at small to mid-sized farmers and processors. Projects should be aimed at diversifying on-farm activity, creating value-added products, enhancing dairy byproducts, or export programs. Funds can be used for equipment, personnel expenses, training, supplies, and research. The Industry Impact Program offers grant funds for dairy processors for projects that have the potential to positively impact the industry as a whole. This round, the Industry Impact grants are focused on export or sustainability-related projects. Both of these programs offer reimbursable grants with no match required. The Business Builder program is offered twice a year, usually in the fall and spring, and Industry Impact is offered once a year in the fall. Applications for the current round opened in August and are due October 23rd. Through DBIA, dairy farmers and processors are accessing real dollars to create real positive change in their business. For example, WCMA member Hidden Springs Creamery is a small dairy farm and creamery located in Westby, Wisconsin, owned by Amy Forks. She and her small team run a 75-acre sheep farm with a full creamery and produce 6 types of sheep milk cheeses and sell bulk sheep milk. Thanks to DBIA grant funding, they've been able to double their daily cheese production by investing in a 400-gallon vat with self-cutting knives. The new vat allowed them not only to boost volume of their existing offerings, but also to produce a new whey ricotta, diversifying their product line, reducing wastewater and milk solids, and filling the need for a distributor who had been searching for this exact product for over 8 years. Hidden Springs was also awarded a second grant this past spring to support the modernization of the ricotta packaging system. Before this grant, Amy and her team were hand filling every single package of ricotta. Now they have a filling system that fills to exact weight proportion, dished out every 3 seconds. DBI grants are making a significant, lasting impact for businesses like Hidden Springs and Crave Brothers Farmstead Cheese. Crave Brothers, a WCMA member business in Waterloo, has found success making their operations more sustainable with the DBIA grant. We'll hear more about this in a short video.
We are a farmstead cheese operation, which means we take the cow's milk, directly pipeline it over the cheese factory. We make our fresh mozzarella, our mascarpone, queso Oaxaca braided string cheese, and our squeaky Wisconsin cheese curd. My brother Charlie and I and my brother Tom, we grew up on a small farm down in Beloit. In 1980, we moved up from Beloit here to Waterloo with 80 cows, and brother Mark joined us in 88. And now we are into the 2nd generation. One family motto that we've always had was, what next? What can we do better? We've used the innovation grant to put in water recycling. With mozzarella, our fresh mozzarella, it comes out very warm, very hot from being molded and made and packaged. And we're using a lot of cold water to cool it. And we used a grant to put in recirculation pumps and additional refrigeration and some tanks to recirculate that water. When we see opportunities for grants, we say, what could we use? What is out there? What can we do next to better our business? There's 4 original Cray brothers, and now we have our nieces and nephews, sons and daughters all involved in the business too. So that's really fulfilling.
These grants are popular for good reason, as you can see. You can find more details on DBIA grants and an ongoing roundup of other financial opportunities at wischeesemakers.org anytime. WCMA also offers financial support for dairy exporting through a grant program funded by the Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection. This funding supports free, personalized consultative services with experienced global dairy consultant Jacqueline Cook of Cook Alpine. In 2023, this program served 12 Wisconsin dairy companies and cooperatives, helping to contribute over 550,000 pounds of cheese each month in contracted ongoing export business, bringing the total to more than 6 million pounds a year. Applications for this export program are open now and are open on a rolling basis, and applicants are not required to be members of WCMA. If you have any interest in participating, please reach out. I'm happy to answer any questions. WCMA also offers specialized programming to support your dairy exporting efforts. We know exporting is full of complex detail and valuable connections. That's why in 2022, WCMA launched its first ever export work group, open to all interested members. The goal of this impactful group is to provide members with access to trusted resources to start or expand their export endeavors. In 2023, we focus on how to maximize your success at international trade shows, and we're excited to host our next export work group meeting this November, so stay tuned for more details. You'll also find helpful exporting information on our website. Our dairy export page provides data, news, and trusted resources for dairy producers hoping to begin or expand their export business. Be sure to bookmark this site for regularly updated information on dairy exporting. Next, I'm excited to tell you about a newer area for WCMA and one that we've seen incredible interest in from the members: sustainability. Earlier this year, WCMA held its first ever materiality workshop. After 2 days of learning and connection with support from our partners at the Innovation Center for U.S. Dairy and Harbor Environmental, 14 dairy companies and cooperatives emerged ready to create and further their own materiality assessments. With an average rating of 9.05 out of 10, this workshop was a resounding success. We're thrilled to offer an accessible way for dairy processors to jumpstart their sustainability efforts, and we're looking forward to offering you more value in this space in the future. For those of you who are further ahead in your journey, WCMA's Sustainability Work Group will offer meetings designed to address the practical needs of dairy processors in their efforts to start or strengthen their sustainability practices. Watch your email inbox and our website for more details on these and other business resources, and feel free to contact me anytime with any questions. With that, I'll send it back to Rebecca to talk more about WCMA's workforce resources.
Thanks for your leadership on those programs, Danica. From grants to sustainability to exports, it's all moving the needle for our members, and we appreciate it. We also want you to know that WCMA shifts its services to meet your most pressing needs. And in today's challenging labor market, that means we're focused on workforce attraction, retention, and development. WCMA hosts an array of trainings designed to help you build your leadership team and their skills from the front line on up. Our popular frontline leadership classes are made for new and seasoned supervisors, and they offer strategies for conflict resolution, better communication, stress and time management, and the cultivation of a team mentality. These low-cost, high-quality classes are offered a la carte. They can be taken in any order. For established leaders, WCMA's annual Next Step Leadership Training offers a deep dive into a human resources hot topic. Our next training for our HR leaders is coming up in May, so stay tuned. We also offer trainings to help you equip your valued employees with the tools and skills to keep themselves and their colleagues safe on the job. Designed with input from WCMA's Health and Safety Group, basic safety training for dairy processors teaches participants about their rights, employer responsibilities, and most importantly, how to identify, abate, and avoid job-related hazards they may encounter. The curriculum concentrates on safety strategies related to machine guarding, lockout, tagout, prevention of slips, trips, and falls, chemical controls, and control of hazardous energy. The key focus areas of the Occupational Safety and Health Administration's ongoing regional emphasis program for food processors. For your safety educators, your safety professionals within your plants, WCMA offers Train the Safety Trainer, which helps individuals in this critical role build their training skills, boost compliance with safety protocols, and enhance your organization's safety culture. The course is taught in an interactive style and offers best practices for design and delivery methods used by successful workforce safety trainers. In addition to our own offerings, WCMA shares industry-specific trainings delivered by our partners at the Center for Dairy Research, Innovation Center for U.S. Dairy, and the University of Wisconsin River Falls, among others. Check WISCheesemakers.org anytime for complete listings. We also offer free monthly webinars like this one. These trainings are exclusively for WCMA members, and topics range from trends in cheese sales to sustainable packaging to energy efficiency, media strategies, and beyond. The topics are set by you, so let us know what you'd like to learn about. One of our goals is to help you retain high-quality team members, so we also offer a free video onboarding series on our website for your new hires, delivering both practical knowledge and a sense of purpose and community to help carry them through the early days of a career in dairy processing. And this series is available in English, Spanish, and Hmong. And workforce support from WCMA doesn't end at training. You're invited to join in WCMA's active, open workforce and education committee, now with more than 100 industry professionals working in human resources and human capital management. Share what's working and bond over what's not with your peers. It's a great group. We also invite all members to participate in our extensive, confidential, and free annual wage and workforce survey to help you gauge your competitiveness. A total of 33 companies representing over 21,000 employees participated in this most recent survey. Another popular tool for WCMA members is our free online jobs board. Members can post up to 10 career opportunities per company or per cooperative per month at no cost. In short, we have a wide range of workforce tools available to you, and we're always happy to explore more possibilities depending on your business needs. Now we're going to move on to another crucial part of WCMA services, communication. And for that, I'll turn it back over to Grace Atherton, our communications director.
Thanks, Rebecca, and thanks again to all of you for joining us today. A key part of WCMA's mission is to serve as your hub for information sharing. We do that through our weekly e-newsletters and publications like our annual member directory. We also use social media and industry publications to make sure our messages are received and that we're connecting with you. We work behind the scenes and in front of the camera to help reporters better understand the industry. If they need a source for a story, we help connect them with members in their area, whether that's in Wisconsin or nationwide. In addition to promoting our members in the media, WCMA also offers individualized communication support to all members. That can include assistance developing talking points or responses to media questions, reaching out proactively to media outlets, preparing for interviews, and amplifying your successes. The bottom line is we're here to support you however you need it to promote and grow your business. Communication is a two-way street, and we want to emphasize that you can call on us anytime for help. We field all sorts of questions, from regulatory concerns to workplace policies and so much more. Now, for even more practical ways you can get engaged, I'll toss it back to Sarah Schmidt. Sarah?
Thank you, Grace. WCMA's committees and work groups offer year-round opportunities for connection with your peers, colleagues, and friends. Some of these you've already heard us reference earlier, but I do want to draw your attention to a few others as well. The Dairy Food Safety Alliance, run by WCMA and the Center for Dairy Research, offers twice annual meetings for quality assurance and food safety professionals. Our Health and Safety Group meets quarterly to share regulatory updates and enforcement information for those working to keep dairy processor workers safe and on the job. Our Technology Committee holds meetings and tours focused on the environmental regulations affecting dairy plants. And our Young Professionals Group, designed for those 40 and under, meets for educational and recreational events to help emerging leaders in industry connect and bond with their peers. You can find more information about all of these groups and so much more at wischeesemakers.org. If you need a refresher on how to create your account on our website and dive into these offerings, check out our YouTube channel for a quick step-by-step tutorial. At this time, we're going to move into our Q&A section with a few questions that were pre-submitted, and then we'll open it up to any questions folks may have entered into the chat, or if you want to unmute, raise your hand, we can address them in real time as well. So first up, let's see, we've recently joined and want to get our products out in front of dairy processing members. How can WCMA help with that? Caitlin, can I kick that one over to you?
Yeah, sure can. So WCMA offers many opportunities for members to get their company out in front of dairy processing members, primarily at our signature events. We're launching sponsorship and advertisement opportunities for CheeseCon and the U.S. Championship Cheese Contest next month. These opportunities come in a wide range of levels to maximize your visibility within the dairy processing community and help you showcase your product line. Additionally, as Grace mentioned, we publish a member directory each year, and advertising placements for that are open right now at wischeesemakers.org. Feel free to reach out with any questions you might have on these opportunities that we offer. We're happy to partner with our members to help you grow your business.
Thanks, Caitlin. All right, up next, how can I join a committee? Well, we just touched on that a bit. You heard a bit about that during our presentation. We do have a number of committees and work groups that are really the foundation of the association and inform so much of the work that we do every day. And I strongly recommend that anyone on this webinar that's considering joining a committee, go ahead and do so in the year ahead. The areas really vary focus from workforce and training to regulatory and policy, health and food safety. The list grows based on what our members need. And again, if you have an idea for a new committee, please reach out to us. I will say that our committees are for we do have some other committees for appointed members, but those are closed groups. Members did get on there some way though. So if you see a committee on our website that appears to be closed or not available for sign up, please reach out to get involved with us by phone or email. We'll get you plugged in so you're receiving the alerts you need on how to get engaged in some of those closed groups as well. All right, next question. I've never applied for a grant before, but I'm interested in trying. Do you have any resources? Danica, that is perfect for you.
Thanks, Sarah. So if anybody is interested in applying for a grant, specifically the ones that we offer or any others, absolutely feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to set up time to meet one-on-one with any companies who have questions about DVIA or our export program. We've also definitely met one-on-one with members who have applied for their State Department of Agriculture grants to provide feedback on the types of projects you're considering applying for, to talk through kind of different ways to phrase things better or make your words more concise, or to talk about eligibility or any other questions you might have. But again, it doesn't have to be specific to the grants that we offer. We're definitely happy to connect you with people to talk through it. We also have great resources at the Center for Dairy Research who can also help with business plans or budgeting, anything like that that you have related to your grant application.
Thanks, Danica. I think that might bring us to the end of all of our pre-submitted questions for today. But before I kick it back over to Grace, I don't know if we can go to gallery view and just see if there's anyone who wants to raise their hand or unmute and ask a question. We'll take just a few seconds to see if there's anything else. I'm not seeing any new questions in the chat. All right, that's probably as much time as we'll give it. Speak now or forever hold your peace, or reach out at any time, as we've said. I'll kick it back over to Grace then to close us out.
All right, thank you, Sarah. And I want to thank all of my colleagues on the call today for taking the time to share their work and their wins with you today. As you can see, we have a lot to offer. I also want to thank all of you for joining us today. We appreciate you taking time out of your busy day, your busy schedule to learn more about WCMA and what we can offer you as our members. I want to reiterate too that we work for you and we want to hear from you. So please don't hesitate to reach out to us with your questions, ideas, or concerns at any time. Just as a reminder, we will share a recording of this presentation along with some helpful links and all of our contact information by the end of this week. So watch for that in your email inbox. And please, again, reach out if you have any questions or suggestions for us. If you are already a WCMA member, please don't forget to join us in October for our next members only webinar, focusing on the U.S. Department of Agriculture's recent recommended changes to federal milk marketing orders. You can register for that session right now at wischeesemakers.org. That'll be Tuesday, October 15th at 1 p.m. It'll be hosted by our very own John Unhafer, who's been heavily involved in WCMA's efforts on federal milk marketing orders. And we'll have a special guest, Dr. Chuck Nicholson from the University of Wisconsin. So please join us for that one. Bring your questions. That is the place to go to ask questions about how those FMMO recommended changes could affect your business. Thank you again so much for joining us. We hope you have a great afternoon and we'll see you next time.